We welcome Mary Kunz Goldman to the set of WBIG TV News, where we bring you the news every day from a lounge piano, because we listen, and this is what people want, because the news is just so stressful.
It's extremely stressful.
That you have to relax when you're taking it all in. Don't you think so?
I think you do have to relax too, just so you can survive it, you know.
I mean, the news stories seem to get more shocking
They were awful today.
every day. The news used to be something to behold, now it's something to behead. And it's not funny. Even when I say it.
I didn't even look at the paper today because you walked out the door with it.
I took the paper with me so we could do the news.
Oh, this is Michelle Kearns' Eternal Flame story.
I like that Michelle Kearns. She's a terrific
I
writer.
thought you told me it was in the paper yesterday,
What day is it today?
Wednesday.
What's today's paper?
I've never seen the Eternal Flame, have you?
Just the light up in the attic that I keep forgetting to turn off.
Near her, a man from Saudi Arabia said it seemed like a miracle. This amazing.
Bashar Issa
I wonder. He said he apologized for his limited
wants
English
his
and
ties
said,
back.
"This amazing." That's a nice comment.
I have 3 of Bashar Issa's ties, and they're great. This is not one of them. This is
How did
Jackie
he find
Jocko. The ties I wear all have been from people I admire or have learned things from. And I've got several from Bashar Issa, who used to own the Statler, our old neighbor here.
And I
next
have his
WBRG.
jacket.
Mary has his jacket. She wears it to the gym. Just one of the fascinating things about life is your neighbors. So I guess big good news today. There's not all bad news, you know. It's not all your favorite comedian of all time killing himself, or your favorite country blowing up, or your favorite politician just embarrassing himself right out of a career. It's not. The news is not just about those things. Today it was of miracles. We found out that
The miracle of the gas bowl.
they can't even find cancer in Jim Kelly. Did you hear?
Yeah, how about that? I heard that. I thought, wasn't I just saying the other day that, gee, he was just at death's door and now he's negotiating with Bon Jovi. So I thought he had gotten better. I'm glad. That's good news.
It's terrific news.
Yeah, he was dying.
I hope I
I
understood it properly when I heard it. But how many ways can you take that wrong? You know, they said they couldn't find a trace of cancer.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Of course, we couldn't
Well,
find.
that's what George's friend, the doctor, said. The physician said that this kind of cancer is usually they can kick it.
Thank God that what's his name wasn't doing the kicking, huh? Wide right.
Oh, that's right.
He had to go to New York City just to get a parking spot near a cancer institute. They couldn't find his cancer, and then he got out of there and he couldn't find his car.
Indians, high risk human pyramids. They have human pyramids.
I didn't know what to make of that. All I see, it looks
Used
like
from a human pyramid with the objective of smashing jugs of buttermilk suspended in midair. What do you make out of that? Pancakes. Jugs of buttermilk. In homage to the god Krishna.
Are they raising money for ALS?
It's for Krishna. Yeah. Suspended in midair. That's funny.
Leave it to those.
One kid was killed in
Indians.
the event.
There's always got to be some careless person. I mean, it's not exactly the running of the bulls.
It's kind of
Holding
quaint ritual.
holding up buttermilk does
Yeah,
not sound
yeah.
as dangerous as like Spain's running with the mills. Yet a child managed to die.
In Dahi Handi
Gesundheit.
Festival. In other news, did you see where the girl was suspended for saying "God bless you" when somebody sneezed?
No, I did not see that.
was in the news. I don't know if it's in this news.
We're gonna need some cocktail piano to soften the blow for that one. We are the Kleenex of bad news.
Soften.
We're very soft.
Bon Jovi's good works should be acknowledged.
Yeah, Bon Jovi just can't seem to get anything right lately. Maybe it should be in the State Department.
What else is going on?
Yeah,
Speaking-
well, wait, here's an interesting story. I didn't notice this one. It shows a couple. That's news right there. A couple with a baby. And Wasim Ahmad and his wife, Lakshmi Ramsunadar Ahmad,
Pose with their newborn son.
Merrick.
So they're keeping him off Facebook, but Ahmad bought the website domain with his son's name. So does he plan on pictures of his son at some point?
Well, he
There's
probably
someone named
doesn't want.
Sultan
He
mentioned
probably doesn't
this
want
story,
the
too.
kid to be spending all day on Facebook when he's supposed to be drinking milk and crying and wetting his pants. He won't get anything done if he's on Facebook. I can see that.
He said he's going to make it a private website with a password so family can log in to see updates.
Well, that's really big news, and it's amazing that the media was able to sniff out that story from. It just says New York. Does that mean New York City?
Yeah, I think that's New York City.
It's an AP story that some new parents are keeping the baby off Facebook.
They quote the nationally syndicated parenting advice columnist at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Doesn't even have to do in St. Louis at the moment. Oh, here's the ALS story that Melinda Miller wrote.
Challenge is no joke for ALS charities.
Sergio Rodriguez takes his turn under the icy water. Man, John Bon Jovi's everywhere. He was doused with a tub of ice water.
Was he really?
It's the lead after John Bon Jovi was doused.
Oh, there you
Man,
go.
he's everywhere.
See, he's doing some
Well, his
good.
good works should be acknowledged.
Then he took the bucket of ice water to Toronto. After he said he was going to keep the bucket of ice water in Buffalo. Right in the middle of the hottest month of the summer, too. This guy is just a bastard. I'm glad I was sitting at a lounge piano to get that one out of my system.
Yeah, I needed that.
I'm never going to eat another Bon Jovi again.
22.9 million in donations.
Every time I hear it, it's just millions of dollars more. It's just,
Yeah, it's still going. Well, look at this rollover on the young men.
yeah, I saw that and I just didn't get around to reporting that
This
one
is an
yet.
eventful day in the news.
I heard about the crash earlier. I guess he crossed like all the lanes of traffic, flipped the
Oh,
car
man.
over. Younger guy, I
Oh,
think.
sad. Somebody died, I guess.
Of course, most guys are younger than Buffalo's Anchorman, which is why we have the piano, so that we can maturely accept the news and digest it without indigestion.
Bill Gates constructed a bucket tipping canopy to soak himself to show off. In answer to Facebook billionaire Mark Zuckerberg's challenge. He wouldn't take a challenge from just anybody, I don't think.
Of course, the bucket was 6 months late. And the bucket of ice froze up. Turned into one big chunk of ice, and he couldn't use it. It was frozen.
It's frozen
All he
acid.
saw was blue.
Sergio Rodriguez was in a pressed white shirt and tie when he got soaked on Monday.
He was a man that manages to keep himself.
Sam Hoyt just put on
Sam
shorts and a
Hoyt.
t-shirt.
Well, that's.
I think people should do it all the way in to put on them and be.
It was nice of him to
And
put
it's
something on before he got into that bucket contest.
Hey, this is nice. Charlie Sheen, the actor, skipped the ice and poured cold hard cash on his head, $10,000. So does he donate the cash after that, or does he just pour it over his head?
Gee, you'd think it would say something. No wonder it got to $22 million. Charlie Sheen was filling the bucket with gold. Sheen. What about Billy Sheehan?
He took his name from Fulton Sheen. His father did.
Fulton Sheen.
His
What
father,
about-
Martin Sheen.
What about Afro Sheen? Remember, everybody used to use that in the 70s.
There was also the big mystery in the 80s about Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez and how was it possible they were brothers? The story could take us in a lot of
Still an
different
unsolved
directions.
mystery.
Job harassment suit dropped.
It's good that people still wear suits to work.
Major repair work to start on Niagara Street.
Well, that's nice. That's right around the corner from WBIG.
Crash into parked cars leads to DWI charges. I wonder if that's Steve Seashawn's incident where someone plowed into somebody took that turn wrong the other day. Oh no, this is Hurdle
No.
and Parkside. She struck cars.
Yeah, where's the Steve Seashawn story? Maybe it'll be in tomorrow's paper.
It's got it. I'm sure it will have big play.
If it really happened. You know, Steve, if there's no news, you know, you just kind of make some true professional. Taught me no matter what Buffalo's anchor man knows. Estorino. I just like the guy's name. Sounds like it's moving fast, you know. What kind of sports car are you going to get?
An Astorino, that would make a beautiful name for
Yeah,
a
it's
car.
an Astorino.
It sounds like asteroid.
Moves
That's
your-
what it is. It sounds like asteroid.
Moves your ass faster than anything on earth.
He expresses new optimism about race. I wonder if that's the race that's tying up Williamsville tonight. Do you know Williamsville actually has a race going tonight? They're stuck with it. Main Street in Williamsville is closed off. And they were saying on the radio it's closed off because of this race. And they said, so you'll have to find another way around. If you normally take Main Street, which 10,000 people take Main Street.
Main Street, I mean, they might as well close it forever because you can never get through it. I used to live on Main Street.
So
in
you're saying
Williamsville.
Astorino is wrong to express optimism about the race?
Well, this could mean so many things, you know, to us headline skimmers. That's why people tune in for us to decipher these things. Could be the race problems that are going in some of the cities where things are getting agitated. Could be his race for governor.
Broadcasters Hall of Fame inducts 6.
Well, I'll be very happy to accept my nomination if I just assume I'm in there. Well, UFO's Anchorman.
You've got to be on the list. I'll check. Here's a good headline in Dear Abby. Forcibly remove freeloader.
Freeloader.
Had it in Phoenix.
Is that one of the words that remains that you can still use?
I think you can still use freeloader. I have asked him several times to leave, but he just keeps saying he'll be leaving on his own terms.
Is this somebody who's like squatting in their own home?
I'll leave on my own terms.
It's probably their 45-year-old kid. Thing is, you stay with your parents long enough, pretty soon they get old enough to where they kind of need you there,
He doesn't understand why I don't trust him and why I insist on seeing his cell phone. The last time I was able to get a hold of it, he broke down the bathroom door trying to get it back.
Thank God there's an Abby to sort these things out for people.
He threatens to move out, and if he does, that will be the last, I hear. It's a good letter. I don't know how it comes out. She's just going to tell him to leave. Tell her to leave.
It's going to be one of life's suspenses.
Postal's heads list of new Broadcasters Hall of Famers.
Well, that's not surprising, is it?
Tony Bottino, the creator of PBS's Reading Rainbow. The late WKBW radio disc jockey. Disc jockey, I think they mean to say Jack Armstrong.
Ah, yes.
And former Channel 2 anchor Susan King. Do you know Susan King?
Of course, everybody knows Susan King.
I don't. And WBLK FM is going to be recognized for its 50th anniversary of broadcasting. Surely it is only a matter of time for WBIG.
Well, we usually try to step out of the way so that all those other deserving people can have their chance. Now, Alan Pergament wrote this story, and he used to occupy the desk right next to Mary.
That's right. I miss him. I saw him a few weeks ago in the newsroom. He came in to say
Does he
hello.
work from home now?
I think he does mostly. Yeah, I don't see him in the office much.
It's nice working from home.
Yeah, it was nice to see him.
If you have a quiet home, if you have a lot of action there, it's probably better to go to an office.
There's the usual nice selection of pictures of kids in a waiting pool. They're always fun.
There's some more. Oh yeah, it's the file photos of. Okay, well.
Here's a good way to get more pastry in my life. Sun Sand hand pies. Those look good. I should make those for a Friday night. Hand pies. Films that make you want to eat.
Well, that's everything that's what's new. How is the world treating you? You haven't changed a bit. Lovely as ever, I must admit. What's new? How did that romance come through? We haven't met since then. Gee, but it's great to see you again. what's new? Pardon my asking what's new, but seeing you is grand, and you were sweet to offer your hand. I understand. I do.
That's my favorite line. I do.
Pardon my asking what's new, but then you couldn't know. I haven't changed. I still love you so.
Boy, I love you too, honey.
Thank you for joining us at WBIG TV for tonight's news from the lounge piano. Have a great night.